Hey there everybody and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I am Bob, back for some more Age of Wonders 4. As you can maybe tell from my little webcam background, I'm in a new place now. I've finished my move. Well, finished is a loose term. I've still got a lot of stuff to do. But I am physically occupying a new space now. Moved to another city, and it took me a little while to get set up, which is why there was no Age of Wonders 4 last weekend, but I do believe we can proceed today. So, since the last episode, it's been a couple weeks. I had to kind of do a little review session here before starting to remember where everything was. I looked through the comments and there wasn't anything like, I appreciate all the feedback. There wasn't anything like critical that I felt that I needed to review for this episode. So we're pretty much just going to pick up right where we left off. Basically, long story short, to quick recap, we have destroyed Noctis, whose capital city was underground, but he left over a couple cities over here that need to be raised so that I can get the benefits from chosen destroyers, the additional resource income from raising cities. I had sent Braham's army over to do that, but found more resistance than I was expecting. Had to pull them back. In the meantime, whatever this person's name was, the cursed tieflings over here, Raina, they sent an army, a pretty big army actually, that made it all the way to about here on the outskirts of my capital before Jormag's army was able to track them down in what was a pretty tough battle. But I think we did a pretty good amount of damage to them that hopefully will leave them reeling for a little bit. Now, after reviewing the situation, my plan here is essentially to take these armies here. I'm going to move basically, I'm gonna for the next turn, I'm gonna move essentially all of them back down here. They need to get to this outpost so they can heal. Don't have that Frostling transformation yet, so I can't heal in the snow. And then I can do one of two things. I can either use the full strength of my army, including Braham, to try to push east and retake my outpost, which I may do depending on how much stuff they move in there. Alternatively, what I'm going to eventually do is I'm going to give Braham an entire extra army to back him up, and then send Braham and an extra army out west just to siege these cities, and then they'll turn around and return. Mostly just because I really need that resource income. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to split up here soon. But yeah, that's basically it. There was a correction from something I said in my last series that I guess is worth pointing out. From Chris Lighthawk pointed out that in the Materium tree, this martial ancestry perk over here, I have misrepresented this in the past. Unit upkeep is reduced by 10% per rank the unit has. That's rank, not tier. I was talking about it as if it was the unit's tier. With it being rank, that's actually much better. It applies to all units as long as you can rank them up. So I just wanted to throw that in there in case anyone had been thrown off by my previous comments. But yeah, let's get into it. I have to keep this episode a little bit shorter because I have things that I need to do today. But Frostling transformation is done, which is perhaps the most important racial transformation I'm going to get. And I think this should make it so that I can heal in the snowy area, if I remember correctly. Let's go ahead and select a new research. And I believe I was working... Oh, wait, no, this is all refresh from the end of the last episode. It's just reset the pop-ups. Ruler Raina is withdrawn to the void. And I captured Samish the Hood, who is in my prison. And we know what happens when you're in my prison. First, I want to see... What do you have? 2 defense. Ooh, Juggernaut. That could be nice for Braham. There's a lot of pretty nice stuff in here. Let me go ahead. Ooh, a unicorn mount too. Although Braham has a flying mount. The unicorn might be better though. We'll see. And then just a bow. Well, regardless, I'm afraid I want that stuff in my armory. And selling your remains is a good way to make a quick little bit of extra cash. It's nothing personal. All right, let's see. Braham here has legs that are giving him 1 resistance. I would rather do those Juggernaut Greaves. Those are a little better. So we'll confirm that. He is more or less a spellcaster, so I want him to keep those Evoker's robes, and I'm sure his best orb option has not changed. Yeah, satirical orb still his best option. Do have some extra rings. We just got the Ring of Resistance. He currently is wearing a ring that makes him harder to hit with range attacks, which I do like on units that are spellcasters and need to hang out in the back. So we'll leave him with that. And then it's worth considering whether any of these would be better on him or Jormag. I think the Locket of Channeling is good. It's kind of hard to tell who should really have that, to be honest. Spider Hatching Bell. Braham doesn't have any summons. I think Jormag already does. Oh, wait, he's already got that equipped. These could be good. 3 Hex Line. Wand of Inversion. What's this? Removes all negative status effect from target ally and grants a random... Oh, okay. I think I'll give him that. And probably the Wand of Lightning Strikes. I think I'll give him both of those. Yeah, that looks good. And then as for your mount, that's a tier 2 mount that has very fast movement and flying. The Unicorn would grant access to Phase, but I believe it's a leave 1 action version of Phase, which isn't as useful for Braham. Well, I don't know. With that, it could be. Flying might be just as useful, but I don't know. I think the Unicorn mount may allow him to teleport a little further. So I think I'm going to switch him to that. Both of those are good options, I think, but I find that being able to phase can be particularly handy, because I think you can reach further with phase than you can with normal flight. So, in fact, actually, the Bone Wyvern mount, if you look at his movement here, right now it's 48. I'm pretty sure that would drop it to... Well, let me confirm that. No, it is still 48. So the bone... Never mind. The Bone Wyvern mount does give very fast movement. Yeah, you know what? I'll leave him on the flying mount for now. Oh, these are getting... Ah. They've changed that. They've added a transportation time requirement for swapping between different mounts. It's a good thing I had an extra Bone Wyvern mount. Okay, we're going to close out of that before I goof anything else up. Let's make sure all that equipped. Okay, good. And then let's check quickly Jormag. Because Jormag could have... We'll just go ahead and throw the Locket of Channeling on Jormag. Okay. Didn't realize they had changed how the item transportation works. Alright. So, basically, these armies up here, what I want to do, first things first, is I want to get an army kind of separated out for Braham. So, it's going to include the Berserkers, because Braham only has... Actually, no, never mind. I do have an extra Berserker down here who was on his way down that way. Yeah, for now, I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm just going to get everyone together and start going south as quickly as I can. That includes you guys. Should start heading south. Basically anyone who's holding up the group here. That Evoker. Or not Evoker. Cryomancer. I just need to make sure they can all get into friendly territory on the next turn. It looks like they can, even if I leave them grouped together like that, so I probably will. I'll add you to them. You can come down here. And then, what do I want to build next here? I'm thinking it's been a little while since we made an extra Berserker, so let's throw another one of those on the mix. I did just get another Ice Witch. Frost Witch, White Witch, whatever you call them. I think that's it. Joy Siphoners is in progress, so we cannot cast Frostling Transformation until that is done. So I think all that's left to do is move on to the next turn and kind of see what purple does. Depending on how much more force purple is able to bring to bear on this eastern front, will probably determine what I end up doing with the bulk of my armies. Okay, she wants to send a single unit. What was that? Is it... What was that giant pulse that came out of that knight? That was strange. Okay, so these look like units that... Yeah, those are some units that I killed and came back, I think. Although, good gosh, they got back to the front line fast. Alright, we gotta get people back to safety. I can do a Ritual of Alacrity on this turn, which I'm definitely going to want to do. And let's see. I think the units that use it have to be in the middle. So I want to make sure that I get the most wounded units together for this, which is going to probably include, yeah, Jormag I want in on this, that Inquisitor. Who else is really badly beat up? Actually, those guys are doing good. These guys, not so much, but they can't quite get on the center tile, which is a problem. The Inquisitor can, so we can get him there. Is there anyone else that's slowing that group down? Everybody except for the Sunderer. The Sunderer could certainly use it, but I think I have better units that could also use it that have more overall health and would take longer to heal, like that Inquisitor. Although it looks like, yeah, honestly, with Ritual of Alacrity, a lot of these people, just with virtue of being in friendly territory, a lot of these people are going to heal fully on the next turn regardless, like the low HP units. I'll throw the Sunderer in because they're almost dead. And then this guy, if he can make it, because he was really beat up. Yeah, he definitely needs this. Okay, so we're going to give them Ritual of Alacrity. Nice. Okay, they'll be all patched up, pretty much all patched up on the next turn. I really would like to take that outpost back, and I think there's enough stuff over here to merit bringing Braham over. I don't know. I kind of want to... I really want to get an army split off to go help Braham and break this stuff out east. How can I do this? Okay, if I move these guys here, they're not really in danger of being attacked by anything that I'm aware of. So I'm going to move them there. And let's see, what do they have? Archer. I wouldn't mind having another Inquisitor with that group, although they're all currently healing. Although, no, this guy could go with them. Okay. We'll add an Inquisitor to the mix there. Because he's going to heal up next turn fully regardless. And maybe one more White Witch. I find them to just be so dang useful. Yeah, probably another White Witch if I have one in this group. I'll have this one come down from this direction, the new one that I made, to join them. So that'll make 6 units for Braham. I think Jormag and the others can probably manage this on their own, especially if I keep creating units in this city pretty much every turn. Should be okay. So let's move them down and get basically everybody else I can in the walls, like in the area where it's considered in the walls of the outpost. Actually, I think the outpost might just be the one tile. So yeah, I need to be a little careful about that because yeah, they could run out and hit something. I don't want that. So because of where that knight is, that actually kind of causes some problems here. I could get one more unit, because the knight could reach all the way up here, and if these other units were smart enough to come out here and get close enough, that could goof me up. I don't want to make that mistake, because I'm pretty sure the only units that are considered behind the walls in an outpost are the units that are on the outpost itself. It's not like a city. I could be wrong about this, so correct me if I am, but I don't think it's like a city where it's actually 7 hexes. I think it's just that one. Even so, I've already kind of left myself in a potentially bad situation with where he's at. I'm going to need to move Braham's army down to make sure those guys are more or less protected. So from here, he should be able to do that. In fact, what I could do is I could move Braham's army over to kind of protect the others that I want to move down into, like, here. Which, fortunately, it looks like most of them can just sort of pile together. Let's get the best ones that I know for sure that I want down here. There is somebody that could reach all the way to... Actually, there is. The scout could get there. I'll add the scout to this army for now. And then the others can get to here. Yeah, this'll work. I can't get everyone, but I can get almost everyone. We'll leave Porcupine Guy behind. If I do that, I can also get this scout kind of out of here. Or I could put, actually what I could do is just put the porcupine can't make it. Okay, I'll put the scout back on this tile. I'll put the porcupine, I'll have him go this way, because he can't quite stack on top of that group of 6. So he can go around sort of the back way. And that way, even if they come in and try to attack stuff, I've got Braham's army to back up whatever they hit. That's 1, 2, 3. So yeah, if he runs in and attacks this group, Braham's army can back them up, and if they run in and go after the outpost, it gives me time to mount a counterattack. Okay. I wonder if the computer would have been smart enough to take advantage of that, like running the knight in to trigger the battle and then pulling all these other units in at the same time. I don't actually know how intelligent the AI is in that regard. Kind of curious. Okay. End turn. I will be, I don't have like my normal clocks hooked up, so you'll find me reaching down to my phone quite frequently. Like I said, I have to keep this episode somewhat in check in terms of time. Also, it is really hot in here. I have to figure out what I need to do in terms of setting up a fan or something, but the side of my apartment where my new apartment, what is this? Side of my new apartment where I record now is facing the morning sun, so it gets warm in here in the mornings. The city is well known for its local... Okay, it's a local tournament hosted at Frost Citadel. Oh, I just get money, I get draft, I get city stability, or I get a war shaman. Money is worth quite a bit. That's 227. That is more than the value of a war shaman. The only downside is that I have to spend the time to produce it. I think I'll take the money. I'll take the money. Oh. So much for Braham's sister. I failed that quest. Sorry, buddy. We did our best, I promise. We tried so hard. Okay, well, this guy just wants to run in by himself and go on his own little merry adventure, I suppose. Okay, what are we dealing with over here? And can we mount a siege? They're all like tier 2 units. None of them are that good. I just don't know what he could bring in behind it. But if I want to boost my economy, I have to start knocking stuff out over here. Especially because these cities are at war with me. Eventually they're going to start sending raiding parties and harassing me from this side. Which I cannot fight a two-front war over an extended period of time. So I feel like I need to knock this stuff out. Like actually clear it out. If I drop the scout, add... Yeah, Braham's army can stay the way it is. They've each got a war shaman. If I drop the scout, add her, then bring down a few more. I use this group to bolster Jormag's army, which is way bigger than what purple can throw at me right now. I think that I am good here. So I think first things first, I need to get rid of these little nuisances. I might be able to just auto this. I certainly hope so. So yeah, go on out, and I like how these guys have that extra movement. That's handy. I mean, the scout has it too, but let's see if we can auto this without any nuisances. Yeah, we're fine. I'll take that. What was that? That AOE with all that looked like birds, crows popping out of him or something? I don't know. That was weird. Anyway. If it's a new thing, I haven't played in a couple weeks because of the move, so I might be, if there was patches or updates or something, I might not know about it. Alright, let's head back out this way. So what I'm going to do here is, because these units have all had a chance to fully heal, I'm going to actually just invade this dude's territory. I can get these guys here. We can keep them on the grass so they can keep healing. Bring her down there and bring Braham over here. So Braham has a full backup army now. And can hopefully actually knock out that city pretty quickly now. They did still have like a bunch of spellbreakers in there, which is really scary. Those are good units. But I think I'll be all right. All right, now we can get Hedgehog guy down here, or Porcupine. Just called him Hedgehog. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a porcupine. I'm not an animal expert, but I think that's supposed to be a porcupine. If it was a hedgehog, that would be a really freaking big hedgehog. All right, let's, before I embarrass myself with my lack of knowledge regarding the animal kingdom, let's form up. I'm going to add that guy actually, to Jormag's army, I think. If he can reach. No, he can't. Alright, we'll put the Inquisitor in there for now then. Actually, I think I'd rather have the Inquisitor in there anyway. Kind of forming up a good group and a mediocre group. We'll add you over here, add you there. Porcupine can go with them. And then who else would I like in Jormag's main group? Probably want a shaman in there. Yeah, let's add a shaman in case Jormag gets beat up. Okay, so I've got a decent little group here to go after that stuff on the next turn if I want to try to launch a siege, but we need to make sure to keep building units. Right now, I kind of feel like maybe I do need another war shaman, but they only cost 100, so I feel good about that 227 gold that I took. But yeah, we don't have a lot of war shamans. Let's get a couple more of them, maybe 2. I want 1 in each army. They're just really good support units. Okay, everybody else there, I think, can wait in my territory for 1 more turn before we launch that attack. And we got a new Empire Development skills available. I'm at 347 Imperium. I probably need to spend some of this. I probably should have spent some of this. Okay, that one doesn't do me any good. Special province improvements grant +5 gold. That one actually would do me some good. Although I think I only have 1 special province improvement so far. I already know that the nature one doesn't help me. That one could be good. Might want to consider picking that one up on the next round. Destroying an infestation or conquering a free city. This one I'm going to definitely want eventually. That one doesn't help me. It was just these 2 that were new. When you bid a battle, you have a 25% chance of gaining a tier 1 or 2 unit that can be produced in a city. I like that one. Instantly summon a bandit army under your control in the throne city. I think I'm leaning towards this one, because I'm going to be fighting a lot of battles this game. Free units, yeah, that fits with my my overall strategy. We'll take free units. Oh, Raina popped up all the way back down here, so okay, that's where her capital is. I actually did know that already. Okay, it's been a minute since I dropped down a in case of crash save. It's like my worst fear when I do these is forgetting to save and then having the game crash after recording an entire episode. Like, I've had a couple times recording where I've recorded like an hour-long episode or more. Oh, there's more stuff coming. And had then like realized I didn't have my audio on or something like that, which really, really sucks. So you double and triple check all the microphone settings before every recording. Oh. Okay, get 2 more war shamans on the way. Yeah, he's building up. I don't think it would be safe for me to go out and attack him. I think I'm going to be better off waiting for him to make a mistake. Even though I am fully healed up, I only actually have 2 kind of decently good armies here. I would rather wait for him. Okay, so here's the way I'm looking at this. I don't really get any major advantage by going and retaking that outpost right now, other than, I think, a little better position. But the more he comes to me, for one thing, there's all this marshland here, if he moves his units into this area, I get a much better advantage against him because they will be walking through marshes that can make them wet, and ice attacks will be more likely to freeze them. So this is good terrain for me to potentially fight in. Alternatively, if he goes up into the snow, well, although I won't heal, neither will he. And I'm going to have Frostling transformation up soon. But the bottom line is that I don't really have any incentive to make progress on this runt very quickly. Retaking that outpost doesn't help me. If anything, I would almost want to let him turn that into a city so that I can then raise it. So I think holding ground here and buying time is worthwhile, while letting Braham actually go do stuff that will improve my economy.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what I'm going to do. So, is this considered a snow province? It's kind of sometimes hard to click on it, but I think that's grass. Because I think it would tell me if it was snow. No, it just says rocky and then road, which makes me want ice cream. Come on. That will tell me snow, but that's just telling me the terrain, not the climate. I think that's... I'm pretty sure that's normal grassland, so we're gonna go in and trigger that fight. That is a freaking lot of spell breakers, but with this extra army to back Braham up, I feel a little better about this, so we're gonna actually... Ooh, could I trigger a battle on this turn? No, they're both in the city. So this would just be triggering the siege. Okay, well, we'll do this. Alright, start a siege. Again, this is the second time we've done this. I'm going to probably harass defenders, actually. Because I don't think they have a way of healing, unless the hero can heal them. So yeah, let's harass the defenders, and since they are ranged units, let's probably undermine the walls or construct onagers. Let's see, it's going to be a 2-turn siege no matter what I do. I think undermining the walls is probably sufficient. I don't want to spend too much money on this. Let's do that. Okay, and we'll see. Maybe he'll come out and try to do a counterattack. Alright, and then the rest of you guys wait while I bide time and build up more units. After that, I think I want another Berserker and probably another Inquisitor and then maybe another White Witch. We're just going to keep that flow of new units coming. Also, the monolith is so close to being done, it's worth hurrying. That's only 16 gold to finish, so let's do that. That's always worth keeping an eye on, because that's more mana this turn. And then I think, ooh gosh, good options, both of these. I do really need more food in my city. It's struggling a bit with growth, so I think it's time to build another granary. So I can't quite get that next town hall upgrade. Yeah, let's get another granary. Happiness is good enough here for now, so let's get a granary and grow a little bit faster, and then I'll kind of decide what I want to do after that. I don't want to get left behind in terms of population growth. Got mass condemnation done. Okay, here we go. I want this one once I have Frostling transformation up. And I think this works on outposts too. Flash freeze is also a good one. Both of these are totally worth having. I think flash freeze is actually maybe better. It's like a way more powerful version of Blizzard. I think I want that. Marching Winter, I might lock. Yeah, I'm going to lock Marching Winter because I know I'm going to want that. I'm pretty sure that applies to outposts. It does specifically say city. Hang on, I can test this, I think. Do I have any active spells on this city? Yeah, Awaken Tools. Let's see if that's something that I could No, you know, maybe it doesn't work that way. It might actually not. All right, well, we'll just flash freeze everything then. All right, I'm not going to lock that because I do need mana. We're going to get flash freeze, though, for sure. All right. That'll help me spread snow and ice, and eventually that's going to be really good for me. I do get Joy Siphoners up on the next turn, which is exciting. Hopefully they don't attack me on this turn, because I would really like to get that up and running. And unfortunately, I don't have enough mana to start casting Frostling Racial Transformation, so that's going to have to wait. Oh, they are piling up a lot of units over here again quite quickly. But I am also piling up units quite quickly, so that goes both ways. Alright, keep coming. Just hold ground. You don't need to do anything crazy on that eastern side right now. Okay, we got Joy Siphoners up, finally. Okay. Now that everyone's got some crazy tattoos, we can move on to Frostling Transformation, which is going to take, let's see, 350. So that's a prime thing that I need to save up for right now. Do I have any spells primed? I don't have any spells primed. I probably want to get Blizzard ready to go, because that would be very helpful against those guys. Alright, I'm gonna spend the mana on Blizzard. I don't want to, but I feel like I need to. And then for the most part, this turn, we just gotta hold ground. Come on, run into the swamps. I know you want to. They won't. I think they would probably go towards my capital if they do anything. I just need Braham's army to make good progress out there. A lot of this is kind of hinging on him right now. Him and his armies. Oh, that's a lot of stuff heading my way. Oh, man, they recovered so fast from that huge defeat. And now they've got knights and... I mean, still, I think my armies are overall better. But their armies are definitely winning in the numbers department. Okay, we gotta make something happen over here. Okay, Braham. Walls are breached, and they are defending, so they're gonna take that penalty from harassed defenders, which is great. Then I can also drop the Blizzard on them. Make sure I target the correct army with it. We want that one with 6 units in it. Okay. That would have damaged them a bit. They will take more damage at the start of the battle. And they're also going to have lowered status resistance. So much easier to freeze. Alright, let's do this. What's the fastest path to the next city? Because we're just going to carry on right through. It looks like it's kind of going down a bit, so we'll take this and attack from that angle. Is this a low-risk battle? We'll see what the auto-combat says. I think I've got this, but those Spellbreakers do a lot of damage. I suspect the auto will probably cause me to lose a lot of stuff here. Yeah, I can do better than that. Alright, guys. Oh, they're being aggressive. Alright, let's see if we can punish them for that. Probably want to go ahead and get my summons out early, I think. See if we can overwhelm them a bit. These guys have a nasty AoE that I want to watch out for. Yeah, I don't want to get hit by that, if I can avoid it. So I'm going to want to spread out a little bit. I want to get, let's see. Thank goodness they don't have all those crazy defense buffs anymore. What I think I might be able to do is go charge this guy and stun him. And if I can get her in range, I should be able to freeze the other one. Problem is Braham can't move on this turn. But I think this is actually going to be okay. So I'm going to move her here. And let's see, I need her to go to one space further. And then I get a 90% chance to freeze that guy in the back. I'll take that. And then you, I want to stun. We're going to hit the weak side. And while they're all stunned, I can run the Berserker around and get behind the guy. This will just leave these two. It doesn't do a lot of damage this turn, but it leaves them in a crappy spot. Because that wall is opened right there. So yes, he could run right through. So I'll do that. I also want to probably move this guy here in case they can reach me with their AoE. I'm not 100% sure if they can. I'm also going to get my Elemental out to start taking damage for the rest of these units. Now I gotta decide whether I want to try to send another group down on this side to distract or how that's gonna work. Probably as a distraction they would do fine. I could maybe bunch them up around the War Shaman and use that status and resistance buff to sort of protect everyone. But even with that buff, could they all survive if all these guys targeted them at once? Well, they wouldn't actually, because they wouldn't target them all at once. Only a few could, because I can freeze some of them. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to try to goad them into attacking this group down here while protecting them with the War Shaman. And then I can back them off and heal them on the next turn. And I can use the White Witches. Is this something I can stand on right here? Yeah, it is. Okay. Then I can use the White Witches to freeze, and actually even the Inquisitors can stun, so... Yeah, I like this. We'll set up like this. Get you as far forward as possible. Get you in the middle of everything. Inquisitors, you should probably also be as far forward as possible. Move you there and get the archers as far up as they can get. So we're just trying to make this a juicy target. 66% chance to freeze on them. I probably won't freeze everybody here. Okay, I did get that one, so I'll take it. You can try to stun that one. Did I get it? Yes, I did. Okay, that's a stun. Okay, I've basically succeeded everywhere that I could. And then we'll just have you protect everyone. And since a lot of them are stunned, I'm going to take this moment to just run the Berserker forward. Ooh, I got a Tide Spirit. Oh, no, it's a Storm Spirit. I thought that was the water one. Still not bad, but I really like the Water Spirit with this build. Because soaking units with water and then freezing them is extremely effective. Okay. And then as for you, I think I'm just going to have you defend. You don't have good enough odds to actually hit anything. But this guy needs to be charging right on forward into battle. Yeah, just straight up the middle. Okay, let's go. Okay, I think that's a pretty good first move. I managed to stun like 5 units in close distance. Okay, that was weird. Okay, they did take the bait, which is good because now I can just heal that group. just like that, which I'm going to do. Now, if these guys hit me with another AoE, they will purge the regeneration effect that I have on my units. And that is going to be annoying, so I'm probably going to want to split up. Also, I want to hit you in the back. And I think I can probably kill that guy. This guy I'm just going to use to be unbelievably disruptive. And try to get him... Well, should I go for the hero or should I go for this other stuff? Also, I can summon a spider. It's a tier 1 spider, though. I think I would be better off just trying to damage stuff with Braham. So... I think I'm going to just try to damage stuff with Braham. I do have that Wand of Lightning that does damage in a 3-hex line. It's not like super useful here, but I don't know. It's probably better than nothing. It's just I can reposition Braham however I want before using that, so I might want to. Let's see if I can kill this guy. Because those berserkers can land a pretty big hit on him. These guys I just want to get over and behind the wall. I can get to where I have like a 50-50 shot on him. Okay, landed the hits. It's not going to be quite enough, though. Ah, not quite. Okay. Braham can finish it off, though, if I do that lightning strike thing. Do I want to poison this guy and start having him whittling away at his health that way, or do I want to give healing buffs to my units? I guess the units are at full health, so poison's probably a better choice. And then I can just start sundering his defense. I'll take the 70s from here. Okay, Braham, need you to zap those guys, but I think I want you to move forward just a little bit before you do. Would like to get rid of that one on the end. There we go. And I think I want to ice coffin one of them. Probably that one because he still has his big attack. There's triggering star blades. I forgot they all have that. Okay. Alright, then the question is, do I want to go after the hero or these guys? What all can the hero do? They already used their cloud in a bottle. Death Blast is pretty good, but it's only a target of 1 unit. I think I'm gonna kind of ignore the hero and try to kill the spell guys. We're just whittling them down. But they don't have very good position here. Okay. That actually did hurt pretty bad. He's landing crits. But that's about all they can do. Yep, I see no reason for you to do anything other than just chop at that guy. Now seems like a better time to heal, so I will move you forward and heal everyone in this area. And I think I might try to freeze you. Or you. Everyone's freezes are back up, so you know what? That's 100%. I will go for the Sunder defense on the hero. And I think I think Morale Siphoners is triggering. That's what that sound effect is. I'll go ahead and use the archers from here, since if they miss, the only thing they might hit is the guy behind. And then I can go for freezes again as well. So, try to freeze you. Freezing is so freaking good in this game. I may as well actually move these guys up before I do this, since they can move and freeze on the same turn. Okay, just popsicling everybody. I'm going to move him forward. And target you with some... Actually, we'll target that guy in the back with some poison. Oh, he resisted it. Okay, I believe this guy is more or less dead. Shocking phase. The unit teleports to target, hits and deals damage, and creates electrified terrain and 1 hex around it. That I would normally like to do here, but no, he's going to be better off just hitting things. Can the two of them finish him off? Because that would be great. I probably should have attacked with the Berserker. Oh, no, it didn't matter. Okay. Get the kill. Alright, they're going to be trying to rout before long. We just got it now. I just have to run in here and surround these guys, and they'll basically be stuck. In fact, if I can get one more unit, which I can't, but if I could get one more unit there, well, Braham could. Although Braham is a better melee attacking, or at ranged attacks. But we can just finish off one of them. Actually, if he moves now or does literally anything, he's done. So we'll just go after this other guy. Braham, this guy could move and do something on the next turn, so I could hit him with Braham, but I think I'm gonna have Braham start going after that guy. This group over here is not dying as quickly as I want them to, so let's just try to hurry that process along. Yeah, I think we're good. We don't need to spend any more mana on this fight. That hurts. Wish you would stop doing that. His morale is low. I wonder why. Let's take a couple shots at him. I think I can finish him off here. All right. Aw, just finish him. Come on. Good. Now you can go and do a double hit on this guy. And you are quite surrounded, I'm afraid. Yeah, we'll take the 100% chance to reapply the poison, I guess. It shouldn't matter a whole lot here. I think Braham can finish off the guy in the back. To claim victory and win the battle immediately? No. May as well just finish off the last guy. If I can hit him. Alright. That was fine. That was absolutely fine. I'm going to close that. And we will siege this city. They're all going to heal a little bit. Well, they should heal a little bit, unless it's because it's enemy territory. You know what? That other... You know what? I think I'm going to grab this. Your armies regenerate 10 hit points per turn in hostile domain. I think that's worth it right now. Because Braham's going to be in hostile domain for a while. So that should allow them... Yeah, they'll heal a little bit at least. And I'm going to want it eventually anyway. Ooh, 675 gold for raising this thing. Let's do it. Can I use... I can't use the Ritual of Alacrity. Because it's not actually my city. I might need to send them back. Just to go heal. For a turn in my in-friendly territory. I don't know what kind of defenses Seer Spire is going to have. Because they did take a bit of a beating there. Also, Jormag might need assistance here in a minute. So I think going back probably isn't the worst idea. Because I at least took out one city. There is still another one I want to go after. But for the moment, I think this is a big enough win. Unfortunately, no matter what I do, it wants to put me, if I go back this way, it's going to be in the snow. Actually, it's technically uninhabitable mountains. I don't know if it's counting that as snow. It's not, because my units are still healing a little bit in it. That's interesting. Okay. So, note to self, that doesn't actually count as a snow tile. Now, I am still going to heal more in here. So, although, yeah, I guess this is fine. I was thinking about just sitting there for the 4 turns and letting it burn, but I feel like Jormag's army is kind of getting rushed pretty hard here. What did you have? Anything good? A crown that granted some resistance. Oh, she did have the cloud in a bottle. Okay, good. I've been looking for that item. It's a 5% critical chance. Eventually, that's going to go to Braham, who's going to fight side by side with the dragon. But for now, let's sell those remains. It is actually, I think, still going to be better on Braham because Jormag's the one with the ice breath. Braham is the one that could soak the enemies and make Jormag's ice breath much more effective. Although, actually, isn't the cloud on the bottle a free action? Hang on. I think it might be a free action, and if it is, that changes things. The spider hatchling bell is honestly not that good. That is a free action. Okay, Jormag gets that. 100% for sure. Awesome. Yeah, the other stuff Jormag can keep. Okay. I can't see myself using a turn on either Jormag or Braham to summon a tier 1 spider. So I think that's just better off in my armory. The spider hatching bell.
Yeah.
Alright. Things are heating up over here. I really hope nobody else runs in and interrupts my siege of that city. I want to get another blizzard ready so bad. I also want to get cruel weaponry done. Which is going to cost a lot of unit upkeep. Man, I need mana. I need so much mana. I think getting cruel weaponry active is probably more useful. How close are you to finishing? Because gold is something I actually can spare right now. But I don't really have anything I can build to help generate more mana at the moment. I've already gotten the monolith. I'll get a little extra when that city is done being sieged. Frostspire could be really good. Rune Carver's Camp, I was kind of setting up for that, wasn't I? That would give me a little more mana. Yeah, I'd rearrange some stuff to get a Rune Carver's Camp here. I think I'll do that next. Right there. Counts as a quarry, so I keep my 3 quarries, but it's also going to pull in a little extra mana from the nearby quarries. It also counts as a special province improvement, so I could get the Empire upgrade that lets those give me more gold. But otherwise, there's not really anything I can do to boost mana income that much. Other than try to build more conduits. Alright, is Free City declared war on me? That is not surprising. Costs? I think that's... Wait, where was that? There was a city down here that these guys were attacking. Is that the ruins of Kos? I should have clicked on the target to show me where that was. I thought that yellow was going to take over this city, but it looks like they just burned it to the ground. Morn sent a war party. Okay, which one's Morn? I have no idea. Well, I guess we'll find out. It's got to come from somewhere that I have armies, I would think. Alright, for the moment, I want Frostling transformation more than anything else on here right now. Having a blizzard handy to use in a pinch, though, probably is worth getting ready. I don't know that I want to get cruel weaponry yet, although it is really, really good. But it's going to cost a lot of extra income. That's upkeep per unit, and I have a total of 7 plus 4, that's 11, that's 22 extra mana upkeep. Almost half my total mana income would be spent upkeeping that. So instead I'm just going to get another blizzard prepped in case I need it in an emergency, and end the turn. Also check my clock. Alright, I'm going to have to wrap this up before too much longer. Let's see what purple does. I really hope purple doesn't attack me on that turn, because that's going to draw this out a lot more. Okay, it looks like they're just positioning. Yeah, they want to guard that outpost, it looks like. Which is fine. I don't care if they have that outpost right now. Oh, okay, they are going to make a little bit of a push. They're going to make a big push. Okay. Got a lot of units in there, but I think they may have... What are they doing? I can't figure out what they want to do. They've split their army in a terrible way.
Uh-huh.
Because now this is all very vulnerable up here. Although it does force me to kind of come out of my safe zone a little bit, but I think given how they position things, because it's 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit, 3, and there's only 1 stack of 6, so I attack that, it'll bring in... I'll have to fight 10 units, and then the next battle's only fighting... If I fight that one, it would pull in, I guess, those down there. But if I can manage to avoid taking too many losses... Let's start bringing this guy down here. That would be a pretty easy win, I would think. Braham's army might not even need to come back, although I do still want them to go heal up in home territory. I'm thinking about having Braham's army actually just sit on that city so nothing interrupts it by chance. I think on the next, probably the next time I play, because I'm not going to have time to do it today, I'm gonna want to go after these armies. I'll probably attack that gargoyle there. And if I do, it'll pull in the 3 stack and the 6 stack. That's 10 units. And then after that, I will attack that guy, and it'll pull in the 1 stack plus the 5 and 6. And then that just leaves him, which should pull in the stack of 5 and ignore the ones that are on the outpost, I think. Unless the game treats units on outposts differently than it does units in cities in terms of pulling things into the battle. But I think I can kind of divide and conquer a little bit on the next episode. But yeah, for this one, I'm going to have to wrap it up here, guys. I know this is an unusually short episode for this series. Some of you probably have gotten used to near 2-hour-long episodes at this point. But I do have places I have to be today, so I'm going to wrap this up here. Also, it's really freaking hot in this room, so I need to go cool down. I got to get a fan set up in here or something. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm glad we're finally made some progress in the East. Let me know what you think I should do in terms of Braham's army in particular. I think Jormag's army, it's pretty obvious what they need to try to do. But Braham's army, should they go heal over here? Would it be better to just sit in Astral Anchorage and let them heal a little slowly there? I've got 3 turns they could camp out. I think that's probably better. For reference, let's see. That's lowest health unit. They would wind up with 83 health afterwards. I think my units would be pretty close to full health if they did that, so with the exception of the Berserker. I think I'm leaning towards going back to Astral Anchorage and just guarding it and making sure nothing interrupts the siege. But you guys can let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you all again in the next episode. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Roderick, Sarah Feingold, and Tibby and Army. Thanks so much, everybody.